We call them marauders, like they have some kind of group identity. They don't. The name was coined in Edgewater, I think. One of the towns first hit by the Adrena-Time crisis. A lonely Spacer's Choice outpost on the edge of a barren sea. A prime place for the company to test a disastrous new product. When the town started fraying at the edges, hardly anyone else in the colony noticed. Just like Lucian planned. I read the reports. Every missing person. Every unexpected death. A town already teetering on the edge, and Adrena-Time shoved it off a cliff. When does man become marauder? People talk about them as if they've transformed, like they've mutated. I see it in the Aetherwave broadcasts, read it in the papers. But beneath their masks, they're only...
Looks like an observatory to me. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
Still, when we call a man a marauder, have we given up on him? How do we know when he's become one? How can you decide to give up on someone? Have I given up on Harvey? Who does this suffering serve, I wonder? Spacer's Choice?
Tell me about the production of Adrena-Time, Dr. Ambrose. I hear Compound X is a unique challenge to work with.
It's temperamental. It must be refined under tightly controlled circumstances at tremendously low temperatures.
Do you compound it with anything else? Tell me more about your refining process. Our audience is conversant in the sciences, very detail-oriented, so don't be afraid to get technical.
Last time I met you, you spoke like a groundbreaker builder-sprat. Why the sudden airs? And such specific questions? Does your minder know what you're up to? Does he suspect you're a spy?
Pardon me.
This facility is currently experiencing a heightened security event. Accessing this facility requires voice-modulated passphrase. Please speak the passphrase.
We attest to the zest with our hand on our chest. Be impressed as our guest by what we've finessed. You are blessed to ingest what we thoroughly test. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice.
Passphrase accepted. Access granted. Welcome, Dr. Jasper Lowe.
Alright then.
Doc Lowe used to run this place. He made the drug that turned decent folk into marauders. I can't imagine living with that kind of guilt.
You people never see. Viewers, I've switched on the laboratory's security system. I trust the mechanicals will sort you out. Good luck.
And here I was, hoping we'd have the place to ourselves.
Unless we're getting stalked by two different shadowy figures with the same creepy voice, I'm pretty sure this is the same jackass from back in the OCI.
Yeah. I think so too, Felix. Oh. A hat.
The effects of Compound X are inescapable. The refined excrement of the xenocyte life form. It's a fine powder, very fine. It finds its way into absolutely everything. Even in the water now, and the air. It settles like a veil over all of Gorgon. The laboratory techs get the worst of it. We all appreciated the boost to mood and productivity at first, but we're at each other's throats in an instant now. I've had to break up 2 fistfights this week alone. This aggression must be inherent to the formula, to Compound X. How do I stop it?
You know, when we walked into the lab, I thought, what's the worst thing we could run into? And of course, the answer had to be primals. feelings.
Can't get past that armor! Not bad, huh?
You survived. You're remarkably intent on scuttling my every plan to end you. How can you stand? Especially after I've gone to so much effort to see Gorgon rest in peace. Why do you insist on waking it up?
The Project Gorgon's dead, right? It's shut down for good. There's no way anybody could get this place running again.
You know, the more they tell us to stop, the more I want to see what they're keeping us from.
On Gorgon. So I suppose it's always dark here in the void. The lab is empty, and I am at last alone. I'm preoccupied with thoughts of the single-celled xenocytes that make their home here on this rock. These primordial creatures persist despite the hostility of their surroundings. No, they require adversity to thrive. Perhaps that's why our bodies react to theirs. There is a harmony in us. The law didn't craft us for the void, yet we scrabble across its cold worlds, building, persisting, as the xenocytes do. We live. Against all odds, we live. But for how long?
Roscoe, it's Georgie. If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up at the Sprat Shack. And you're not gonna like this one bit. I was trying to steal our recordings when things went crazy. I know. Like I said, sorry. And I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble if I don't get them, so if you want to save my bacon, you need to do it for me. I need the 3 interviews we did with Ambrose, this one here, plus another recording of my own. I left that last one with a guy who owed me a favor at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine. I'll leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. Oh, and don't listen to my log, all right? Just stay safe and keep your head down.
Dr. Lowe and his people didn't just work here. They lived here. This lab must have been their whole life.
How the devil do I use this thing? Is it Oh, the barrel's turning. All right. I feel like an absolute idiot barking into this horn. I shouldn't have let Lucien talk me into this. What use do I have with audible notes? Posterity my ass. Great fucking law. What's it doing now? Jasper, it's... How do I turn it off? It won't.
Just press the button.
The what?
Oh, for law's sake, the button, Ollie.
Accursed thing.
Alright then. Override lockdown, please.
Halcyon's got no shortage of creepy science labs, boss. But this place? There's something real twisted about this place.
I've seen some reckless operations, but here, it's like they were trying to get people killed.
You do remember the guy who was running it, right?
I don't know how I feel about Doc Lowe. Maybe he didn't mean to create the Marauders. Maybe he was trying to do some real good. But something went wrong. A lot of people got hurt.
Still, Spacer's Choice spent a fortune on this place. Filled it with the best and brightest lab coats they could find, and this is what they came up with?
They're probably pushed to do the impossible by people who weren't accountable.
Yeah, well, maybe they should have pushed back. Maybe they should have said no. I don't know if anybody's gonna take the fall for what happened here. It could be Miss Ambrose if she's not careful.
Well, Let's get the journal first before we jump to conclusions.
Never seen a corporation spend this much on a place only to let it rust. Except for Monarch, and Scylla, and Emerald Vale. Okay, I take it back.
I figured Spacer's Choice had a little outpost here. But no, they got the whole asteroid to themselves. How do you just buy a whole asteroid?
Here we are. Human inquiry and auditing.
Ugh. Something smells like a marauder's armpit.
Trying real hard not to breathe in.
What are you guys talking about?
Know that as of today, each of you will be part of something greater. Together, we will unlock the path to discoveries.
Our brightest minds did their dirtiest work here. We made puppets out of people and tested them until they broke. Walk softly, Captain. Some of them still live here, and they hate them.
They clearly don't know how we work, Captain.
We made it through the chem lab in one piece. I reckon we can handle this.
Absolutely. Should be a walk in the park. I don't know what this thing is talking about.
Volunteer quarters? I've slept in cargo holds nicer than this.
Honestly, boss, I've seen cysty pigs with better living arrangements.
Yeah, I get the picture, Felix. It's not the best looking quarters.
Get him strapped down!
Dr. Blakeslee.
Subject demonstrates catastrophic personality collapse. Fucker bit me.
Marion.
Interesting.
Something bit me.
I don't believe we've discussed the side effects, Dr. Ambrose.
The drug's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some thrilling mutations. Forearms, maybe? Or a second head?
Try delusion, paranoia, gastric bleeds, violence, and fatal insomnia. Shall I enumerate every way our volunteers have died? Suicide by automech, suicide by hanging, starvation.
Cut the recording, Georgie.
You sure, boss? I just put on a new cylinder.
Stroke, spontaneous combustion, internal exsanguination.
Just turn it off.
Did you enjoy the show? I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs. Now I'm afraid I'll be finding one way to put you down. I finally figured out what you're after.
Oh yeah?
I'll see you soon, little weasel.
Well, I'm glad. I've been looking forward to punching the sprat fuck in the throat.
Are we being stalked? Is that what's going on? Because I don't mind having secret admirers and all, but this is getting a little creepy.
Alright, override lockdown, please. Thank you.
I always knew this colony was twisted. Heard my share of stories in the Groundbreaker. Seen my share of gruesome, too. But nothing prepared me for this.
Yeah, well, what went on here? It's inexcusable.
This place was a nightmare. But people wake up from nightmares. Those test subjects never woke up at all. You want to know the worst part? Spacer's Choice knew exactly what Adrena-Time did. And they didn't care. They weren't even thinking about the victims.
I know. I can't believe they've done this.
I didn't think Spacer's Choice was capable of causing this much harm. Competently, I mean.
I don't know why Miss Ambrose has got her heart set in that journal. Nothing good ever came out of a place like this.
Well, only one way to find out where this leads. Come on. Let's get the hell out of here, huh? Alright, here we are. The Synthesis and Manufacturing Center. Time to find that journal.
Welcome to the Adrena-Time Synthesis and Manufacturing Center, brought to you by Spacer's Choice. This productivity automechanical unit is at your disposal. Its normal duties involve the management of legacy operations analytics. However, due to the promotion, demotion, death, or injury to other managers of this facility, this unit is now the acting manager of the following departments: Reception, Human Resources, Accounting, Technical Support, Manufacturing, Distribution, Security. Please direct any questions about those departments to Pam. Answers not guaranteed.
What's a legacy operation and analytics? Never heard of it.
According to this facility's records, the Legacy Operations Analytics Department is located on Sublevel Floor 1. Its functions include warm bodies and redacted. Access to that department is currently denied due to a lockdown in the sublevel stairwell.
So it only existed to meet some minimum personnel requirement?
We value each and every member of the Spacer's Choice family, so be proud. On average, you contribute positively to a minimum of 1.44 important spreadsheets per quarter. That was one of Pam's patented pep talks designed to efficiently eliminate any negative feelings that are getting in the way of your work. After all, Pam's purpose is to answer one question: how can I increase your productivity today?
So, you're a productivity auto-mechanical?
Pam helps each and every member of the Spacer's Choice family be the best they can be. When you're managed by Pam, your workday gets unjammed.
And how do you keep people more productive?
Feeling down? Pam is loaded with over 1,000 encouraging messages, each designed to make you feel like an important member of the Spacer's Choice family. Schedule slipping? Not to worry. Pam tracks all of your deadlines and has the tools to whip your efficiency back into shape. You'll be a team player in no time, thanks to Pam.
Alright, never mind.
How can I increase your productivity today?
What can you tell me about this facility, Pam?
The Adrena-Time Synthesis and Manufacturing Center is where Spacer's Choice's newest product is being created. Get a leg up on the competition with Adrena-Time. You are now in the lobby. The floors above you are the offices, the manufactory, and the Adrena-Time synthesizer. The floors below you are the sublevels and the synthesizer reactor. How can I increase your productivity today?
Well, Pam, I need a boost to my productivity. How about some motivation?
A happy team is a productive team. So please remember to meet your merriment quota of 3.47 hearty laughs per hour, or 6.85 sensible chuckles. Thanks.
Pam? Hi, Pam. What's with all the bodies?
Did you know that keeping your workers alive boosts productivity? That's why every PAM unit comes equipped with the latest Spacer's Choice weaponry. When PAM's emergency combat protocols are activated, your investments are sure to be protected. Warning: due to power consumption, combat protocols cannot be activated when PAM's power is below 73% without deactivating managerial processes. Spacer's Choice policy dictates that managerial processes take priority. This unit's power rating is 57%.
That's not good. How can I recharge you?
Hate messing with tangled cables or confusing batteries? With Pam, you'll never have to. Just pop in a Firefly brand industrial strength battery and Pam's ready to go. Out of batteries and need productivity now? No problem. Just hook Pam's power source up to another auto mechanical, and Pam will get your employees back in line in no time.
Never mind.
How can I increase your productivity today?
I'm gonna go now, Pam. If you don't mind. Aha. There we go.
Hello there, employee identification number. Great work on assigned task. How can I increase your productivity today?
Hello, Pam. Engage emergency combat protocols.
Emergency combat protocols cannot be engaged at less than 73% power without proper authorization. Please ensure that this unit is fully charged, or present your override password.
There you go.
This unit's power rating is 100%. Great! Emergency combat protocols are now available. Error. Employee's biometric ID does not match this unit's designated manager. Proceeding with verbal management test. Pretend that this PAM unit is one of your employees who's been working long hours. What would you say to give them an extra pep pill in their step?
Keep working late and we'll serve free pep pills and Spratwurst after hours.
Like any good manager, Pam comes equipped with an emergency pep pill dispenser. Employees passing out at their desk is a thing of the past. Verbal management test complete. Result. Employee is a Spacer's Choice manager. 94% certainty. Engaging emergency combat protocols. Stand by.
Alright, Pam, that's what I like to hear. Let's go.
Sustained.
Everyone all right?
Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Nice to finally meet you. Up.
That's enough.
Who's there?
He's mine. Go now, and I will not pursue you. But if you stay, I will set every last lawless fucking mercenary and halcyon on you. It's your choice, Captain.
We're not gonna let
You think that's gonna stop me?
to do, are we, Captain?
Well, I thought about it, and I'm still gonna dropkick this coward the moment I get a chance.
Good.
Real slick.
I don't know who this prick thinks he is, but if he thinks that some petty marauders will be enough to stop us, he's got another thing coming.
Hey, there you are. Been wondering how you were doing. Did you manage to find those recordings?
Yes, indeed. I found them all.
Well, I'll be damned. Now I can finally get off this rock and go home. I know it's not much, but take the last of my bits. You've earned every single one, friend.
Did you know Georgie was interviewing Olivia Ambrose on her own?
She couldn't have been. We were together all the time. Except, oh shit, my weekly calls with headquarters. What could she even want to ask Olivia Ambrose about? Doesn't make sense.
Oh, you know, protection details, ratios, measurements, ingredients, that kind of thing.
Good fucking law. Headquarters would kill me if they knew. Right after they killed her. Hell, being stuck here might have been the only thing keeping me alive.
Was there something going on between you two?
No, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it seemed like there could be, when we were servicing the phonographs, or sharing a beer, but who'd be interested in some forgotten old bastard like me?
Well, you know, takes all kinds.
Sure, yeah. My ma used to say the same thing. And anyway, unauthorized fraternization between employees is illegal. But that's all you need to know about my dire love life, I think. Any other horrible truths you want to reveal to me? Or can I get back to my drinking?
No. I don't have any more details.
Listen, I appreciate you telling me what happened with those recordings, but I need some time to think. Got a lot to process.
Alright, you do that, pal.
Yeah, I'll just... Yeah. See you around.
Yeah.
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready to get off this rock.
I found your husband's flask.
That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this, just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you?
No, but I found his journal. He went mad after the evacuation, and he became a marauder.
A marauder? You're telling me he's been alive all this time? Don't tell me that's the end of it. Was there anything else?
I mean, I killed the marauders near your old place. He could have been among them.
And we'll never know for sure. But I don't blame you. Space's choice sure did a number on us all. Jerome got me out of Gorgon. I can honor his memory by staying out. Time to hit the dusty trail. Be seeing you, stranger.
Be seeing you, Leonora.
I was expecting that to go a lot worse, but I usually avoid the hard conversations.
I don't think that's what you wanted to hear, but I'm glad you were honest.
Thanks for the opinions, fellas.
We are receiving an incoming signal, Captain.
Captain, I see you've made some headway on Gorgon. Mother's old work terminal just lit up with a bunch of new protocols. Very exciting.
Oh, yeah?
What about Mother's journal? Any progress there?
Minnie, I think it's time you tell me the truth.
Are you accusing me of deception? Captain, I would never. Can you hear me, Captain? I'm getting some interference on my end. Captain. Captain.
Hello? Minnie? Hello? What's going on?
Hello again, little weasel. I must admit, you've surprised me. I threw nearly everything I had at you, and you overcame it all.
Huh. So you're the one who put the Gorgon facility on lockdown.
Well spotted, Captain. We've both played our roles well, but it seems you've got the edge. I may have gravely underestimated you. You were smart to hire him, Wilhelmina. Well done.
Mother! You're alive! And still on Gorgon?
Yeah, she's been a thorn in my side ever since I got here.
Something tells me we've only seen the beginning. This is so you, Mother. Inserting yourself where you aren't needed and at the worst possible time.
Am I disrupting your vanity project? You empty-headed little twit!
Have you come back just to ruin everything again, Mother? At least this time I have the power to stop you.
Captain, this is a distraction. Let's set our differences aside and focus on what matters. Adrena-Time must never be revived.
So this was what it was all about this whole time, Minnie. It was never about the journal, never about the family name. You wanted to revive Adrena-Time.
I may not have told you all of the facts, but I'm going to lay out everything I know. You can decide for yourself what to do with it. By now, you realize that Project Gorgon was devoted to a single drug, Adrena-Time. A drug that hit the market in spite of calamitous side effects.
And in spite of its deranged, irresponsible researchers, yes.
Quite right. There's no end to the harm a poorly run team can do, even with the best of intentions.
But
the project was a colossal failure, but you and I are going to revive it from the ashes.
Really? Sure, yeah, let's make more of a drug that turns people into deranged killers. Great plan, Minnie.
Adrena-Time was a lie. Our drug will fulfill its broken promise for workers and employers across the colony. Mother wasn't equal to the task. Thankfully for us both, I'm not my mother.
No. No, absolutely not. After everything I've seen, no.
What you've seen is the result of Mother's leadership. I have no intention of repeating her mistakes. Mother's journal contains the activation codes for the Adrena-Time synthesizer, the key to a new Project Gorgon. We're going to start again, and this time with everything Project Gorgon didn't have. Better R&D, better scientists, clear goals, more funding, and a timeline that makes sense.
You think that's all it will take?
Trust me, that's plenty. Mother never let me near the family business, but she taught me how not to manage a team. If I can improve the chemistry, I can fix Adrena-Time. We can put this colony back on track together.
Olivia, what's your story?
Finally, a sensible question. I am the head of Project Gorgon, its grand mastermind. I created Adrena-Time because I believed, arrogantly, foolishly, that I could uplift the common man through chemistry. I failed. Now, my daughter wants to take up my mantle.
Do you think she can?
Don't be absurd. Minnie is a bright enough girl, but she's weak, flighty. She'd abandon the project at the first minor setback. My work has already destroyed countless lives. We can't let her do so again out of pride and sentiment.
What about my life, Mother? The Ambrose name has no dignity anymore. I can't even show my face around Byzantium without being the gossip of the town.
You can't put your reputation ahead of the colony's safety. You have to be better than that.
My reputation is a weapon, one that I can wield against those who squandered their one chance to save the colony. Every day, workers slump over from exhaustion. The gears of industry swallow them whole, and no one is coming to help. Adrena-Time is the break we can't fit into the schedule. The office with a window we can't afford to build. It's the best this rotten colony can do for people.
So you think, instead of giving workers a sensible amount of hours for each day to work in, and, a much better environment to work in, a lot more health insurance, anything else to ensure that the workers don't fall, instead we make drugs that ensure that they keep working even when their body doesn't want to. Really, that's your idea.
It's a bandage, not a cure. Halcyon is wounded, and I will do everything in my power to stop the bleeding.
Don't let those bloodless leeches at Spacer's Choice walk you down this perilous path, Wilhelmina. You haven't the fortitude to endure it.
As usual, Mother projects her failures onto me. If she had let me get involved from the start, we might have avoided this calamity altogether.
Do you even understand the challenges you'll face?
Enlighten me. You've seen Gorgon up close. So tell me, what exactly is so insurmountable that we shouldn't even try?
Well, to start with, a new formula has to be tested with people. Lots of people, for a long time.
This isn't penicillin, Minnie. The testing will be grueling, horrifying. What happens to your volunteers will haunt you for the rest of your life.
If anyone is going to be haunted by this choice, then let it be me. I can take the burden. I can do what she can't. If I can save the colony and redeem the Ambrose family name, I owe it to myself to try. Mother be damned.
But you're trying to save the colony from its drug problem with more drugs. Can't you see how that doesn't make sense at all?
Social engineering takes generations, and we don't have the luxury of time. We need to mainline progress into Halcyon's bloodstream. You've seen more of this colony than the average grunt. You know as well as I do that this is a question of survival.
Alright, enough talk. So what happens now?
I need that facility online, but I can't do it while Mother's still a problem. By now, she'll have shut down the Gorgon reactor. Deal with her however it suits you, and get that facility back up and running.
Don't do this, Wilhelmina. Minnie, don't make this choice.
Adrena-Time is our future. It's bigger than money, bigger than family. It's the colony's best hope.
Right. And what do you want, Olivia?
Return to my family's manor, Captain. Use the executive override code in my journal to activate the NDA protocol for my terminal. It will destroy the Gorgon drug synthesizer and put an end to Adrena-Time for good.
So you think Adrena-Time deserves to be buried like this?
Don't pretend you haven't seen its effects with your own eyes, here and elsewhere. We live in a vicious world, Captain, and Adrena-Time is to blame. I should have smothered it in its crib at the start.
Well, there's a small problem here. The house is currently occupied by your daughter.
My daughter's gotten her hooks into you. I understand. She's always had a knack for manipulating people. But I know you're more than her foolish little puppet. You've survived this long.
Thank you.
Have to be more.
Okay.
I'll try to force you to fight her. You don't have to. In fact, I would ask you not to.
Well,
whatever mistake she might make, she is still my daughter.
Captain, in light of recent events, I'm putting the manor under lockdown. Until Mother is dealt with, anyone who lands here is presumed hostile. Finish the job. I know you won't disappoint me.
Yeah, I'll be in touch. Alright, Ada. Destination Ambrose Manor.
We've arrived at Ambrose Manor.
Alright then. Let's get this over with.
Careful. Looks like Minnie activated security around the manor.
I don't think we're getting a warm welcome this time.
That had to hurt.
Watch a pro at once. Not bad, huh?
No good shot. Find the weapon. You're going down.
Minnie? Come on now. Could still be reasonable.
Didn't I warn you not to set foot in here until the job was done? You should have listened to my advice.
Minnie, let's talk about this.
There's nothing to discuss. I can fix Adrena-Time without you, and certainly without Mother. You wasted your time coming here, and worse, you wasted mine. But I won't let anything stand in the way of progress.
There's still a chance to make up for the past mistakes that your family made, and to make a new reputation for you. What if you and your mother joined forces to cure the Marauders?
You surprise me, Captain. Once we fix the chemistry of Adrena-Time, the Marauder problem will simply take care of itself.
No.
The days of the old Adrena-Time are numbered, and Marauders are bound for extinction.
No, Minnie. If the Marauders don't get a fix, they'll just rampage across the colony. You know this.
Insane people addicted to drugs are Mother's problem. Am I to be held accountable for her mess? Besides,
no, but
Mother is determined to ruin everything she touches. First Adrena-Time, then our family, and now my ambition.
Why won't you give her a chance, Minnie? She's been involved with Adrena-Time from the start.
She never gave me a chance. Forbade it. I see no reason why she deserves a second one. Mother never let me anywhere near R&D. I was always her incompetent little brat.
The Adrena-Time project failed, Minnie. You couldn't have saved it.
You don't know that. Gorgon was my chance to do something incredible.
Opportunities present themselves every day. Your Gorgon will come.
Curses. You may be right. I invested so much time and energy into Gorgon, but there's no telling how many second chances pass me by. Mother taught me to never accept failure, to never settle for less. Compromising my plan goes against everything I know.
This isn't a failure, Minnie. It's a second chance to work with your mother.
I suppose it is high time Mother and I spoke on equal terms, and without death threats. I was so eager to make Adrena-Time my legacy, to give it a second chance. But maybe it's my family that deserves a second chance. God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you see Mother, tell her I'm willing to work something out. She can even come over for tea. Or something stronger. I'm sure you won't mind if I remain here. Just to guarantee that you keep your side of the bargain.
Fair enough, I suppose. I won't try anything.
For your sake, I hope not. It's funny, Captain. I hired you to break the family curse. And it would appear you've succeeded. Just not the way I intended.
Yeah, well, you're welcome.
Now go, before I change my mind.
Alright then.
I keep my promises, Captain. Do you know the funny thing about mercenaries? What the? Did I hear something?
Heads up!
Wait. These guys again. I thought we had a deal.
I'll give you one thing, little weasel. You are relentless. I did everything in my power to stop you, yet here you stand before me, offensively alive. Just so we're clear, if you intend to restart this machine, you'll have to go through me.
Alright, easy there. Olivia, I'm here to make peace.
You think that will fool me? I'll die before I let you have this place.
I've already talked to your daughter, like you said, and she wants to work with you on a cure for the Marauders.
That's preposterous. Not too long ago, she wanted me dead. How do I know this isn't a trick to get me out of the way?
Why would I trick you when it'd be much easier for me to kill you?
A frightening but reasonable point. Unless your goal was not just to kill me, but to bully me first. Your intentions are beside the point. I've been working on a cure for 5 years, and I've made no progress at all. If she believes teamwork is all I've been missing, she's more soft-headed than I thought.
Well, that wasn't exactly all. She also said you were invited for tea?
She... what? That was our secret phrase. Did she tell you?
No?
Clever girl. When I'd been on Gorgon too long, that's what she'd write at the end of her messages. It meant she missed me. That she wanted me to come home.
Alright, so will you work with Minnie?
I'll try. It's no guarantee of success. And like as not, we'll develop nothing useful at all. But it will be better than working alone. Thank you, Captain. In the end, you were not at all what I expected.
Huh. Alright then.
I have to know, Mother. All those years ago, what tipped you off that Gorgon was in trouble?
The volunteers. Not just the shocking way they died, but the company's muted response to it. They were expensive to house, train, and treat. That the company would spare no expense, yet let so many of them die. It was terrible. I knew then I'd lost control of Gorgon. I'd lost control of Adrena-Time.
You never told me Gorgon was such a logistical nightmare. We should have had this conversation 5 years ago.
You can't know how badly I wanted to. But the truth put you in danger, and I couldn't abide that.
I owe you an apology, Captain. Not only did I deceive you, but all this time I had the wrong idea about Mother.
Hey, water on the bridge.
You're very kind to understand. Kinder than I would be under the circumstances. We still have a great deal of work ahead of us. The years of silence were not easy.
I don't doubt it was hard on you, but I knew you'd come out the stronger for it. We have the chance to know each other now, thanks entirely to you.
So how do you plan on mending relations from here?
On Minnie's terms, whatever they may be. I've made enough decisions for her, I think.
Well, there's no need to dwell on the past anymore. We're in the thick of it together, now that we're partners.
Partners? Huh. I suppose we are.
And family, I suppose. This isn't at all playing out the way I imagined it. And for the first time, I'm glad.
Well, you two have grown a lot in a short time. By that I mean you both went from wanting to kill me and do something very bad to not wanting to kill me and trying to do something good.
Part of me will always miss the cold, vindictive Minnie Ambrose. Life was so much simpler when I felt cheated by it.
I'm glad to have you as my daughter, Minnie, but I'm proud to call you my partner. But I fear things will only get harder from here.
You're only here because you believe it's possible. Hold on to that feeling.
I've found that feelings are fleeting, Captain. I believe in the work, and I believe in my daughter. That will be enough for me.
You've earned this, Captain.
Fair enough.
For recovering Mother's journal. For getting us talking in the same room together. And for exceeding my expectations.
Indeed. I have
well,
no use for bits and baubles on Gorgon. Not now that I have my work. Take what's yours, Captain. The road to a Marauder cure will be a long one, and the board will surely fight us every step of the way. But this partnership, it's a damn good start.
Will you put the burden of the colony aside for just one moment? Give me a day with my mother before we get back to work.
For you? I will try.
Alright then.
Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena-Time had created. Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter. And through years of patience and effort, they discovered the means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena-Time. Their work eventually allowed Wells and his scientists to treat many of Halcyon's marauders. As their addiction waned, the colonists who had lived for so long under the thrall of Adrena-Time returned to their communities and loved ones, and joined in the effort to save Halcyon. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious effort.